Hello everybody, today we are going to start working towards building a Guardian farm. And if you don't know why I want a Guardian farm, it's not just for Prismarine. You see, today marks a sad day. Our cheaty furnaces have gone away. The infinite furnace XP glitch has now been fixed, which means, well, I'm not going to get much XP from this furnace anymore, and I need a reliable and reasonable source of XP that doesn't rely on bugs. So why do I need XP? Well, there are a few reasons. The main reason is that I do an incredible amount of mining, which means I am very regularly needing to repair my tools. The next reason is that I do an awful lot of flying, which means I regularly need to be repairing my wings. Oh, and the third reason is I do a lot of dyeing. Oh, fortunately, there was water there. So I regularly need to replace my tools and equipment as well, which means I need to do a reasonable amount of enchanting, which of course requires XP. Not to mention using anvils in order to put efficiency 5 on my carrots, or maybe on my pickaxe. Either way, you know what I mean. Jeez. Now, there is a way that I could get a lot of XP without having to go to the extent of building giant Guardian farms by, well, trading with villagers. But I hate villagers. I hate them all, especially you. Actually, these villagers have been pretty good. None of them have desynced yet. All gone missing. But either way, I'm not going to be using villagers. We are going to be doing a Guardian farm. So we need to come back to Truly Bedrock Season 1 to look at the Guardian farm that we're going to be building. And that is just this very simple concept that I came up with a long time ago that Slack and I built on Truly Bedrock Season 1. It does require 2 players, an alt account, which I just happen to have standing in this box right here. And what it does, if we turn it on, is that it allows Guardians to spawn on one single block. You can see the Guardians flashing in and out of existence as they spawn and go into the Nether portal, sending them instantly into the Nether, removing them from the mob cap, and sending them to somewhere we can easily deal with them. And that somewhere is this drop chute where they go through lava and down a big hole and into a big laggy mess at the bottom. And yes, it appears I have some issues with my texture pack there and their tails. Then all I need is a looting 3 sword and some instant damage too. And when all of the Guardians stop spawning because they reach the mob cap, look at this thing raining, and this one's not even optimized. It doesn't even have a roof. Jeez, many. Oh, this thing works so well. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to building one. Hello, Iron Golems. I died. You did say you were always dying. I know, even in creative mode, I'll still die. I'm useless. Wow, many lags. Now, they didn't used to be able to target you through through trapdoors, but apparently they can now, so we might have to change the design slightly. But as you can see, I'm in survival. I've got my looting 3 sword. I have a bottle of instant damage, and if I throw that at those and switch to my sword, I will get a whole bunch of XP, which is absolutely amazing, and then more start instantly raining. Now, there is a big downside to this farm, and that is, apart from the fact that they keep shooting me and killing me, it does create quite a lot of death and lag. Wow. I'm back again, Iron Golems. As I was saying, the downside to this farm is that it does generate an incredible amount of lag on the server when you have several hundred Guardians all waiting there to be killed. And that lag can exponentially increase, for instance, if I log out of the game. Because let's imagine there was a crash or something, or I just come away from the Nether, or I die for some reason. Maybe the Guardians kill me. If Chuck is still there and the farm is still on, the Guardians are still spawning and they're going into the Nether as we speak right now. Fortunately, I'm on a single player world, so I can allow this to go for quite some time before there's any, well, major issues. And after I've been out here for quite some time and I go back into the Nether, well, imagine this is on a server. A whole world of pain awaits me in terms of my frame rates. And this doesn't do the other members a great deal of good either. So now, oh my goodness me, I can hardly move. There is an incredible number of Guardians waiting to be killed. In fact, doing a little bit of command work, I can tell you there are 610 Guardians in there. And putting myself back in survival, so I've got no levels at all. throwing a splash potion and holding my losing 3 sword, I will get from that, well, 53 levels from 610 guardians. Not bad. So realistically, this sort of farm isn't one that should be run when there are a lot of players online, and it is something that should be used with care, i.e. don't go fully AFK in case one of your accounts just happens to get logged out or dies or disappears, because then you break the server. And now back on Truly Bedrock, there's a whole bunch of things we need in order to build that Guardian farm. The first thing is an ocean monument, which I just happen to have at the end of this nether tunnel. As you can see, here is one I prepared earlier. The next thing I need is going to be an alt account or AFK account, which I just happen to have below this box. And no, this is not the chunk loader add-on from my website that is your personal friend and chunk loader. This is an actual alt account that add-on is based on. And you can get that add-on from FoxyNoTail.com if you want a friend and chunk loader in your world. And the final thing I'm going to need is going to be a brewing system or some way of making lots and lots of splash harming potions, which means I'm going to need spider eyes, fermented spider eyes, which means I'm going to need brown mushrooms and sugar and spider eyes, and as well as glowstone and gunpowder. Well, I have gunpowder and glowstone both covered from the mob farm. I don't need all that much glowstone, and the mob farm does produce a little bit because of witches. It also actually does produce a number of spider eyes, but nowhere near enough for what we're going to be making. So I'm going to need a spider farm, and I'm also going to have to do a lot of brown mushroom gathering, and I've only got red ones, which could be a bit of a problem. Oh, geez. So I think the first thing to do is to take a little trip in my little minecart system, which I haven't actually properly used yet. All the way to... I've obviously... Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. I want to go this way, please. You're a bit useless, aren't you? Yes, I'm very useless, yes. And I want to head all the way down, almost to the skeleton spawner that Jesse B and I have, over to this area here, because this area links on to a really big area not far from Liara's underground base, which just happens to have, if I remember, geez, it's somewhere through here, oh my goodness, a whole bunch of leaks. I'm assuming that's Mr. Beardstone's builds, but yeah, a whole bunch of exposed stuff where there should be spawners. There really should be spawners. I know there is one spawner that exists. There it is. And I'm pretty sure that will be spiders, so that's probably going to be our source of There's a turtle in here. How is there a turtle in here?
Why are you bringing me down here?
Oh, and what? What's that noise?
I don't believe you've done a good job, Jeff. You've never done a good job in your life.
Someone else here? Where is it coming from?
Where's the spawners, Jeff?
Well, that's it. I'll remove them like you asked me to.
I didn't ask you to remove no spawners, Jeff.
You did. Look, it's written on my timesheet here.
I know that I didn't put remove spawners on nobody's timesheet, Jeff.
It says here, number 2, sort the spawners.
Let me look at that thing, will you?
Okay, here you go.
Let me look at this thing. Are you kidding me right now?
What do you mean?
This is Jerry's worksheet, Jeff. Is your name Jerry?
No, my name's Jeff.
I know it is, Jeff. So why are you using Jerry's worksheet?
I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
But surely, if I've been doing Jerry's work, that's helpful, isn't it?
It's not helpful, Jeff. Jerry's job was to put the spawners in, which he's done several times. Then you come along and you take the spawners out. Then Jerry comes back and he puts the spawners in and you've been taking them out. For months. We should have left this rock months ago, Jeff. We're still here. The players have turned up. It's only a matter of time before they find us and know what's going on. Do you want them to find us, Jeff?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Look, Jeff.
Yeah?
If you wasn't so close with the boys, you'd be out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
No, Jeff, it won't happen again because you ain't doing no more work for me. You ain't being helpful no more, you understand?
But I'm a world builder. It's what I do. I have to help build the world.
You have been helping, Jeff. You've been helping slowing us down by months. If it wasn't for you, would have been gone by now. We'll be on to the next project.
I'm really sorry. Give me one more chance.
You've had enough chances, Jeff. This has been going on for a long time. Me and the boys have been talking, and I'm afraid we just want you to sit this one out, you know?
I'm sorry.
Wait, what's that? Quick!
Where is it coming from?
Get out of here. Okay.
Oh, well, that's bizarre. Anyway, yeah, so I think we'll probably make our little spider spawner out of this one here, assuming that this isn't anyone's area. If you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help. And if you're enjoying this story, make sure you subscribe so that you catch the rest of it in future videos. Wow, I look like I got really epic eyebrows when I put my helmet on. Builder's hat. Eyebrows. Nice. Okay, scoping this area out a little bit more. This is the spawner that I want to use, and I thought this was very close to Liara's area. It is quite close, but it turns out Liara's area is underneath here and through here, and she has, well, by the looks of things, ow, her own spider spawners, and although, yeah, looks like a bunch of hers are missing as well for some reason. So yeah, I think I should be perfectly okay, hello Iron Golem, to be able to use that spider spawner. Be nice if there was more than one, but all the rest have mysteriously vanished. It's the story, like, shh, no, I'm not aware of that. But you just did the like thing, we're in a bit of look, just watch and enjoy, okay? Jeez. Why does Jeff sound like the commenter? Oh my goodness, I've only got a limited range of voices, all right? Jeez. That being said, working down in that area is directly under Mr. Beardstone, which means I'm very likely to get wet and all my redstone wash away, and I am a little bit close to Liara, so why not spend a little time finding a spawner near the ocean monument, and then why not use a creative copy of the world and some commands to make this a whole bunch easier. See, I can just delete massive chunks of the world and leave anything that's cobblestone, mob spawners, or stone just by having a big list of commands running in a function inside of a command block. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time working my way around the ocean monument, and hopefully I will find a spider spawner somewhere. This is cheating. Yes, it is. It's very much cheating. It's probably the cheatiest thing I've ever done, but it's saving me a whole bunch of time just randomly caving around, hoping I stumble across a mob spawner. There we go, I found another one. Another zombie spawner. Another spawner. This one with a mine shaft going through it, and that's a spider one as well. Oh, jeez. Oh, look at all of those so close to each other. We could have a right farm system going on in this area. Oh, dear. I may have a bit broken my iron farm with these commands. But look at the size of these mine shafts. There are mine shafts everywhere around this area, and I haven't even uncovered them all yet. I am still finding more. It is absolutely ridiculous. And yes, you can see there's quite a few geodes as well. Oh, kelp. I need to add kelp to the list. Yeah, this is... we don't want kelp here. Kelp. Well, as you can see by the red markers, we have a little bit of choice for spider spawners in this area. It's not actually as many as I thought, considering how many actual spawners I've found, but most of them are zombie and skeletons. But we've got one here, which is actually very close. We've got one over there, which is pretty close as well, and we've got all of these behind here. But notice, most of them are really low down. There aren't any spider spawners that are higher up. And I thought it might be possible to get two that were close enough together to activate at the same time, but it really doesn't look like it is. So I guess we'd probably just go with the absolute closest one, which is either this one here or that one over there. Now, before I leave this creative copy of Truly Bedrock Season 4, I'm having such a smashing time that I would really like to investigate exactly what is below my area. So I'm going to do the exact same thing that I've just done over there and destroy this entire mountain range in the hopes that I might find some interesting things, well, spawners, right below my house. Goodbye, landscaping that I spent such a long time doing. Now, I'm only going to cover the area that I've claimed, and I can already see, well, I could until that wall got in the way, that there are two spawners right below my house, as well as three, and another massive abandoned mineshaft. Now, that spawner there has actually got torches on it. I don't believe it's one I've found, so someone's clearly been mining around underneath my area in that abandoned mineshaft, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, the area underneath my base has been cleared. Now, bear in mind, DB lives on top of my house, and I can already see there is a spawner over here that has been claimed by DB. There's a little sign here that says DB on it, so I'll let him have that one. There's also one up here, but it's empty, so there's no spawner in there. And then we've got two skeleton spawners right near each other, another zombie spawner here, and a spider spawner literally directly below my house. Maybe I'd be better off coming to this one. Another zombie spawner. And then we get to the area where I was before, which is only just outside my base area, look, and that's the one we were originally planning on going to. So we do have a choice, and I like choices. Oh, and there's another one here, look, there's one right there, and that's next to this here, which is a zombie one. And I bet if we tried hard enough, we could probably load both of those at the same time. And do you know what? The easiest way to tell is with my latest Marker's Resource Pack. Hurrah! First of all, you grab yourself an armor stand. Then you give it a banner, and then you think, I've put that in the wrong place. And then you come to your spawner, and you put the armor stand directly on the spawner. You give it an armor stand, and then you change its pose until its very last pose, which is this one. And what this does, it shows you the area around the spawner where mobs are likely to spawn, and it shows you a big old circle where you can stand within and activate that spawner. Then you come to your next spawner. Next spawner. You pop an armor stand on there, you give that one a banner, and you cycle through the poses on that one until it gets right to the end again. And if those spheres overlap, which they do, that means we can successfully load both of those spawners at the same time and make at least a double spawner farm. So I could have a zombie and spider spawner if I wanted right near my base. However, I don't need rotten flesh, and I don't really have the time at the minute to convert that to a drowned farm. But that is something to remember for the future. For now, though, right here underneath my base is a spider spawner. That looks absolutely perfect for what we need. And it's right under me bees, mate. If you're interested in this markers pack, you can, of course, download it from FoxyNoTail.com. It's completely free, and it works on all versions of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, so make sure you get it. And there we go. I found it. That was so easy to get to. Right. Okay, well, all I need to do now is design a system that's going to kill our spiders for us and give us lots of spider eyes, and then build it. I'm also going to need to move my beacon, I think. Actually, having said that, it would probably make more sense to go and rescue my beacon from the nether where we were working the other day because, well, I think we're going to need to prune this world soon because the world file size is getting big and I don't want it to disappear. What I need to be very careful of, though, is that I don't dig away my 1 block thin netherrack floor that's underneath this beacon. So far, so good. I haven't burnt in lava and the beacon hasn't gone in lava either. Will it pop off in a reasonable direction? It will, and it went straight into my inventory. This is good news. Ah, that was very lucky. Right, now to head home with the beacon in my pocket and hopefully not burn alive on the way back. What could possibly go wrong? And I like dodging all of these little gaps and going through. I really enjoy flying on Minecraft. I really enjoy it. Ow. Oh. And there we go. I very uninterestingly made it home without any, anything bad happening. Well, oh, hang on a minute. Just check my shops quick more. Oh my goodness, I'm making money. Oh my goodness, I'm making more money. What am I doing in my test world, you might ask? Well, I've made a bit of a boo-boo. I released my markers pack, as I've already discussed in this video, which shows a spawn range of a spawner. Now, if this thing was actually sat on top of a spawner, you would see that the spawn range is this green area, which is technically correct. However, it's not correct at all, because I've just run some tests and spiders will actually only spawn within these concrete blocks here, as I will now attempt to demonstrate very quickly. So speeding up the game by 500 times, you can see as the cave spiders spawn, I've got commands running to turn them into concrete blocks and then kill the spiders. And over time, you will see that the shape that we just had behind us creates in exactly the same way. And there we go, the pattern is complete. The spiders have finished spawning, which means I can turn the game speed down to normal and set it today, and you can see that is how spiders will spawn, which again isn't exactly wrong from what I've got, because my green box does show the extent above and below and around the outsides. It's just not quite as precise as it perhaps could be. But creating a shape like that for my markers pack would actually be quite a bit of a chore, making a very specific shape like that. So I think I'm going to leave it how it is. However, the reason I'm in my test world isn't actually for that. The reason that I'm in my test world is that I would like to find out exactly how far away the spiders that spawn from this need to be in order to continually keep spawning spiders. And I'm going to do that by having a big box that I take away layer by layer by layer and just running this thing and see when it starts pouring out spiders again. And now I'm starting to regret doing this with spiders, because obviously spiders will climb, and I could use non-climbable blocks to do this, but I think the easiest thing to do would just be to do this with zombies instead. And forget zombies, I'm going to use skeletons instead, because I've now got a clever command system which is actually going to count how many mobs I've got to make this a lot easier for me. So if I kill everything, you can see I don't have any skeletons at all, but when they spawn I can see I've now got 3. And the reason zombies won't work is because zombie villagers exist, and that just makes the command system a whole lot more tricky. So speeding it up, I can see that I will not get any more than 6 skeletons 3 blocks down below the mob spawner. And the same goes for 4 blocks down, and the same goes for 5 blocks down. However, if I go 6 blocks down, you can see this thing will continue spitting out skeletons, which means we can, well, soon hit the mob cap, I guess. Jeez. Right. Peeps, so we're going to make a spider spawner, which means I need spider spawnery things. So we're going to have a trident killer. We're going to need many magma blocks, and that's about it. Now, I know I've got magma blocks by the bucket load. That's the right word, isn't it? Yes. Now give me pickaxe back, mate. Somewhere. I'm just not 100% sure where they are, because my storage system is perfect. It's so perfect that everything is squirreled away so well that I can't find it. Don't tell me we've got to go to the nether and go digging magma blocks. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. That would be an absolute pain.
You always dreamed of making it big in your town. People had a certain walk and a certain frown, steady and heavy, or younger than 20. Put some color on those cheekbones. It's never too late for you to get well known. We'll teach you to blush and how to get your way. Useful tricks. Once you get the taste of it, you lay all them bricks higher and higher. You'll reach your desire.
Well, I have just about finished everything. We are currently mid-live stream as I'm recording this clip, and as you can see, we've got the spawner surrounded by lots and lots of magma blocks inside of our little box, and below here we have a Trident killer, which is not turned on. Well, it was. I must have gone out the area with lots of spiders in it, which is giving us quite a few tasty spider eyes, which is good. However, it has just been pointed out to me in the chat that there is a little bit of a problem, and that problem is that magma blocks emit a light level of 3, and in the latest versions of Minecraft, well, spawners or spawning has to happen in a light level of 0. So that means that 3 blocks away from our magma blocks is completely unspawnable, so that spawner can only spawn right next to itself, which means our rates are going to be much slower than they are. So now what I got to do is destroy all of the magma blocks again and then rebuild it all with stone bricks. So that's next. And as you can see, that has now been done, which means our spider spawner is more effective than it was. Although it's still pretty slow, but spawners do have a delay between 10 seconds and 40 seconds between drops. The good news, though, as you might be able to tell, is I am holding a looting sword. And if we go down and check our chest, you'll see that we do indeed have a whole bunch of stuff down here, including some armor and a bow. So I can only assume there was a spider jockey. We've got 5 cave spider heads, and we've got a whole load of string, which is, well, an item we didn't really want, but we might as well have it. Now, as things stand as I'm recording this, we are currently still in 1.18.2. We have not yet updated. The update actually came out today as I'm recording this, and we haven't updated, which means there is a chance that this isn't working because somebody has gone through a portal. Yes, that's right. These things can completely stop if somebody goes through a portal. But yeah, as you can see, absolutely nothing is spawning from that at all. But it was. So hopefully next time I'm recording a video on Truly Bedrock, we will be on 1.18.11.1, which is what dropped today. And that will hopefully improve things with this spider farm. Before I do go, though, if you are enjoying these videos, then you may well enjoy my podcast. That's right. Myself, Slack Lizard, and now Jesse B have been recording the Minecraft Update podcast, which you can find on my second channel. The link to that will be in the description below. And it's nice and good fun and gives you lots and lots of information about Minecraft, Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and all of the news and features that are coming up soon. So be sure to check it out. Anyway, that's enough from me. Goodbye.